I was taught from a very young age that there is nothing new under the sun. I believe that's from the Bible. Life tends to repeat itself over and over again, kind of like a cycle. We're born, grow, maybe even have kids of our own, and eventually pass on. And content creation has a cycle of its own. So that's what I'm here to have a conversation with you guys about. Let's get into it. Now let's start with the infant to toddler stages of YouTube. When I got on YouTube as a kid in like 2006, 7, don't you dare say it, it was basically a free-for-all. Everyone either sat in front of a screen talking about random stuff, created skits, recorded video games with a crappy camcorder directly to their TV, or made edits in Windows Movie Maker. And just like today, millions of people followed whatever was trending at the time. Like, remember those Draw My Life videos? Where did those go? How about the cinnamon challenge and that one ice and salt challenge that you shouldn't try? Then when companies created better ways to record gameplay, gaming content exploded in the early to mid 2010s. Countless notable creators from PewDiePie, who I'll probably talk about again in this video, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, DanTDM, Dashie, and Corey Kenshin gained most of their core audience around this time period. Can't forget about other creators like Zach Scott and the Rad Brad, who carved out a subgenre of walkthrough content. You also saw the insane rise of the Minecraft IP as a whole, opening the door for many creators to grow. The topic of Minecraft was in the top 20 subscribed channels by 2014. And you can't forget about the COD community as well, with FaZe and Optic taking over. The barrier to entry to be a YouTuber back then was high, as it was only seen as a hobby and not a real job. So the few who took the leap of faith and succeeded will leave a very long-lasting impression. I'm not saying that newer creators don't have that same star power or chance to capture an audience in the same way, but I can say without a shadow of a doubt that we grew up in the best era for content creators. Must have been something in the water. It was much more variety as opposed to nowadays, when everyone either wants to be a TikToker or streamer. Back then you could go from watching White Boy 7th Street get a nuke on Call of Duty to a FouseyTube prank video. It seems like since COVID, YouTube has been pushed to the side like the black sheep of the content family. And that has a lot to do with the evolution or de-evolution of audiences. The average viewer nowadays aren't watching longer videos, as they tend to lose interest fast. But that's a topic for a whole nother video. Speaking of topics for another video, these creators always found something to talk about, and I'm talking about commentary channels. Quick disclaimer, I tuned in during the latter parts of the golden era, so I didn't get to experience it in full. But all I remember seeing consistently are a handful of names. Keemstar, Leafy is Here, H3, iDubbbz, and Pyrocynical, to name a few. They always found themselves in some sort of drama or talking about it. Then as time went on, you had the Turkey Toms, the John Swans, Augie RFC, the list goes on, who either adopted similar styles to Leafy or opted to create their own documentary style videos. Other documentary channels I forgot to mention are Sunny V2, who every documentary slaps channel just copy and pasted, Patrick CC, and the Internet Anarchist. And Moist Critical is probably the biggest commentary or commentary adjacent channel right now. YouTube was a vast place, and during this same time we had the rise in reaction channels. Jinx is probably the most influential and infamous when it comes to the rise of these types of channels, who basically got paid to watch other people's videos. They barely gave a comment on what they were watching or faked their reaction entirely. But the former is what caused Jinx to get hate, as it was deemed as lazy by many, and he was making a lot of money. Other notable reaction creators like Blasphemous HD and Sniper Wolf have received hate throughout the years for the same reasons. Fast forward to today, reactions are still prevalent, but they have to be edited more to avoid copyright strikes. Another wave that exploded around the same time were vlogs, so popular that people refer to the years 2015 to about 2019 as the vlog era. You had creators like Rice Gum, the Paul Brothers, Casey Neistat, David Dobrik, and Emma Chamberlain, to name a few. And if you were on the black side of YouTube, you had DDG, Pretty Boy Fredo, and CJ So Cool, who inspired so many creators on this side to pick up a camera. Vlogging was not some new thing, as Roman Atwood started vlogging in 2015. Quick editor's note, it was 2013, not 2015, bro. Let's keep it going. And many older YouTubers did that as well. But it peaked in popularity around this time period. Vlogging nowadays has a different meta. You can't just pick up a camera, film your life, and get millions of subs. There has to be a certain objective or purpose in mind that draws viewers in. Creators like Ryan Trahan and his challenge videos come to mind. And videos like Traveling to the Dubai They Try to Hide by Ben of the Week is another good example. With the vlog era in full swing, along came content groups who lived together, with them being given a name content houses. Before this era, groups like Dude Perfect and the Vanos crew were the first to come to mind. Then you had groups like Team 10, the Cloud House, Hype House, and FaZe Clan before its recent rebrand. As far as groups and orgs go, it's so many names, so let me know if I missed some in the comments. You have the Sidemen, who are still going strong today, RDC World, 2Hype, and AMP, who have a really good case at being the best right now. Staying with the new generation, you have the current iteration of FaZe, who is mainly focused on streaming, along with the Clover Boys, close associates of AMP, kind of like how Beta Squad is for the Sidemen, and another group called Power, who I just found out about recently. And I gotta add in the Bob House for my Down Bad viewers. I don't know who thought putting thoughts together in one house was a good idea. Another constant in every era is someone or someones who are at the center of everything. Someone has to be at the top or close to it. And back then, the top spots on each platform weren't as defined as it is now. In the early days, it was creators like Ray William Johnson, Fred, Nigahiga, and Smosh, to name a few. Then PewDiePie swooped in and dominated for years until MrBeast took the platform by storm. In the streamer space, it was Ninja, Shroud, XQC, Tfue, Pokimane, Soda Pop, and so many more that I'm missing until Kai Cenat, Aiden Speed, Queso, Jinxie, etc. took the baton. As far as this era of streaming, no one has more motion than Kai Cenat and Speed. As a kid scrolling through YouTube back then, I never thought content creation would get as big as it did. It just shows how humans can evolve yet stay the same in so many ways. It's actually kind of dreadful in a way if you think about it. Content will always be redone or repeated in some way, and this potentially leads to less authenticity as time goes on. Like, look at prank content, for example. It was big in the mid 2010s with Fuzi and all these other creators. It died off and revived in the early 2020s with newer creators like Gideon, Adrian Harding, Kenel Joseph, etc. TikTok and Instagram Reels is just an upgraded Vine and Musical.ly. Did you hear that they're actually trying to bring Vine back? That'll be interesting. But there's countless other trends that have been repeated throughout the years. I remember the days when some trends, while dangerous or corny at times, were completely original. No one uses their own brains anymore. It's sad. In this new streamer era, everyone wants to become streamers now, from regular people to celebrities, just like how everyone wanted to be a YouTuber back then. And I don't have a problem with these people only if they're doing it for the love of it. That's just how the cycle goes. One phrase that always rings true is that you never know what the good days were until they're gone. And that goes for almost every form of entertainment I have interest in, from music to sports to video games and now YouTube. It's crazy because I appreciated what I experienced on YouTube back then, but if I knew how bad content would become, I would have held on a little bit tighter. As a kid, I never wanted to grow up fast just for the sake of independence, but to see how everything in the world has progressed. And I'll tell you, man, we've progressed. Smartphones are a good thing, and even gaming consoles in some cases. But for the most part, everything has lost its soul in one way or another. Microtransactions have almost ruined gaming, and microwave-fed audiences have ruined content creation. Everybody wants instant gratification. They want to see the quick views. They don't want to sit down and watch an entire video progress and get to the point. They don't like storytelling. They just want stuff to just be quick and to the point. Let's get to the next thing. And that's the biggest problem right now with audiences, bro. And I don't think it'll get better unless it's a trend to upload content that's not the meta. If it doesn't get views, people will not upload it. But let me know some things that you would add that I failed to mention in the comments. Make sure you join my Discord. The link will be in the description. It's Fargo, and I'm out, man.